In this video, I will give you my personal opinion on 30 books that are valuable for your self-improvement journey. So let's start with the first book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. So I want to give this book a 4. The best books will get a 5 and the worst books will get a 1. Darren Hardy writes about success secrets. So what are the most successful people in the world doing? I liked the book because it gave me the power to start this YouTube channel. It's not so special knowledge that you cannot find this in other books, but it gave me a good push. So I will give it a 4. Atomic Habits is a similar book. It illustrates the power of really small habits that can develop into big things. This is also a great book, but it's not a 5 for me. It's also a 4.0 because it's, you can find this content also in other books. It's not so unique. That's why I give it a 4.0. If you want to start something new in your life, you need a lot of space. And if you want to be successful, you need to be organized, to have all things in their place. And that's why getting things done is a very valuable resource. I remember one thing I found out later that it's from this book. It's a brain dump. So you write down everything you have in your mind on a small piece of paper, and afterwards you sort these papers and put you know which decisions you have to make, what is the first thing you want to do, and which things you want to eliminate because you find out that it's not important anymore. It's a very valuable resource, so I put it in 4.5. Goals is a very important topic. So this is by Brian Tracy. I like the books of Brian Tracy because they are easy to read. It's not that it's the most special of all time, so I will put it to 3.5. It's not a bad book, but there are a lot of books out there, and it's not the best one of all, I think. So then there is Robin Sharma, The 5 a.m. Club. I liked the story. It's very nice to read, and it gives you a framework to have your habits in place, to get up early and to be productive, to make something of your life. And I think that is very important. 4.5 or 4, I will put it to 4. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. There are 7 habits, which is also named in the cover, and it's very useful to use these 7 principles. It's important to use these principles, and this is why I will put this to 4.5. The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. So this is one of the books I like most because I'm nearly 40 years old and I learned about compound interest. You have to, you need a lot of time to get the gains at the stock exchange. If you get 8% every year, most of the winning come over time. So it's important to find ways to accumulate a lot of money in a short time if you want to gain financial freedom early. And this book gives a lot of ideas how to do this. And that is why it's my favorite finance books at the moment. So I will give it a 5. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book is about power, so what you need to avoid in order to not get hurt by powerful people. and how to defend yourself. I made a video about this. It's that are timeless, powerful principles. So I will give it a 4 because it's not the most favorite book I like to read again and again, but it's an important book. Then there is Carol Dweck, Mindset. I made a video of it, but I didn't manage to publish it because my video cutter put a lot of copyrighted material inside. So I didn't publish it, but there is a very important decision you have to make. Do you want to stick to have a fixed mindset and to think that you are like you were born, you have a limited talent and you cannot do a lot of things? And the other mindset is a growth mindset, that you can learn everything, that everything can be learned and you can get better and better. That is why I started this channel, because I think that the growth mindset is very, very important. It's quite simple to understand this, so I don't think this is a most valuable book of all times. But if you missed this information, it's important for you. So it's not a 5, it's not a 3, it's 3.5. When you start your journey to learn about money and financials, one of the first books you find is The Richest Man in Babylon. So you basically learn that it is important to put money on the side, and it's nice with storytelling. It's that it covers basic principles, also on investment, but it's not modern knowledge. So it's a good way to start your journey, but it's not the best book you need to read in finance. The same way I think about Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a very good book to start. Maybe later you think different about some of the things, and that's why I will also put it in 3. So it's not a bad book. I like the storytelling, and it's even one of the books I would give to people if they start their journey of self-improvement and learning about money. But it's not a lot of content in a lot of text. So basically, Robert Kiyosaki books are there's a lot of repetition inside. So you can learn this in a much shorter time if someone explains it more short. So that's what I don't like on Kiyosaki's books. They are important. They teach important principles, but they are very long for this. Economics in one lesson teaches about the impact of government decisions and how the economy works. So if you give money to one specific project, there are a lot of consequences in the economy. So it is important if you want to improve your economic understanding. It's good for your basic knowledge of economy. It won't be the most important book if you start your own business, but it's good to have this knowledge and to understand economy. So I will put it to 3.5. Cash Flow Quadrant is also from Robert Kiyosaki. It's about the 4 quadrants. You can be employed, you can be self-employed, you can be a business owner, and you can be investor. And if you didn't understand these possibilities before, you should read this book. I think it's it's a very good book. I will put it higher than Rich Dad Poor Dad, because if you don't manage to get to be a business owner or an investor, it will be hard to get a financial free life. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. So this is about the basic principles of investment. It's important if you want to go deep in the stock market, make your own decisions and buy single stocks. If you want to invest in the stock market today, you can better invest in exchange traded funds, in my opinion. So it is not necessary anymore to read 100%. It's a good book, but it's not 100% necessary in my opinion. So I give it a 3.5. Money from Tony Robbins, Master the Game. I read this recently, and there is covers a lot of ground, but not the first book I would recommend to someone when it comes to money. So I will give it a 3. Maybe I would also put it in 2.5, but I don't have it. So it's a great content, but it's not the most important finance book to read. Unlimited Power, that covers so much valuable stuff. If you would have to take a decision to take one book on an island where no one else is, and you will come back in 1 year, and you just use the knowledge of this book, I think you will get a lot better a lot. So I will push it to 4.5. The Psychology of Money is like the title telling you, is about the psychology of money. So for me, this book feels boring, and I didn't learn much new things. There are people, I think they will be annoyed that they see it at the 2, but in my opinion, it's a boring book. Influence. This is the first book. The second book I would like to put into 5. This is about the basic principles of psychology, how to influence people in your shop, and how people think, how reciprocity works, and you need to know this book. I think this is it's a very unique book, and you have to read this. I will read this again and again because it's very, 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 it's very valuable and unique. How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Also, this one is a timeless classic. I would also put this into 5. You have to know this book. I think there is not a lot of stuff out there that is good like this book. So I like it a lot and will read it again. That is why I put it to 5. I learned about this book several years ago, and everything in the world is owned by people, and so it's very good to know how you influence people, how you win friends, how you have to talk to people, how you can behave in order to get big success. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. So this book is very special. It's about leadership. So if you don't want to start a business, it could also be very, very valuable to read, because also self-leadership is very important. And I learned a lot of this book. I will put it to 4 because it's not one of the best books of all time, but it's very valuable. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I didn't cover it for this channel yet, but I still remember that a mastermind is this book basically invented the mastermind, the power of connecting different brains. So it's also a timeless classic, and I would like to put this to 4.5 because it's not everything that is currently interesting, but there are covered some very interesting principles you need to know about. Evolve Your Brain, Joe Dispenza. In my opinion, Joe Dispenza is a lot of blah, 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 blah. There are very interesting things in this book. Yeah, it's powerful, but it's also a lot of blah, blah, blah. So in my opinion, I would put it to 3. Susan Cain, Quiet. It's about the power of introvert people. If you are introvert, it may be very valuable for you. I think it's in a decision. If you want to go out more and if you want to give speeches, so yeah, it's a woman book for me more. So I will put it to 3.5. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's the same thing as with Daring Greatly. It's a lot about emotion, so it's a woman book, and so it's not my favorite, but it's important. It covers important stuff about emotion. If you keep procrastinating, the book Eat That Frog can help you. So in case of this, do the first things, the big frog, the ugly frog, eat it at the morning. So then it's ready. You did when you have breakfast, you did the most ugly task of the day, and it's done. That's a good feeling. So if you have problems with procrastination, read this book. The Almanac of Neville Ravikant. So yeah, to be honest, there are people out there that love this book, and I don't even remember a single thing what was inside. So I can't give this a 5 because I don't remember a single thing of it, although I covered it. So to be honest, I will put it to 3 at the moment. Maybe I will put it higher later. And the same thing is with the 4 agreements. There are very important principles in this book to stick to the word you told yourself and you told others. So if you promise to make a task, you should do this task in order to stick to your word. Because when you don't do what you say, who can believe you anymore? So it's very important what's inside, but it was a little boring for me. 12 Rules for Life, Jordan Peterson. When I researched my videos, I found a lot of stuff of Jordan Peterson. I personally don't like him 100%, so it's also my personal opinion. It's a 3 for me. Maybe I will put him higher later. So, I want to finish this video with 2 very special books. And one of this is Atlas Shrugged. It's not a 100% self-help book. It is very long. I think, I listened to the audio version and it was about 40 or 50 hours, insanely long, but I enjoyed it because a lot because it illustrates the battle of free business people and socialists, and it shows how socialists ruin the world. So I think if this would be in school, it would improve the world a lot. So maybe, yes, you can write this shorter, but for me, it's a masterpiece. there are people that will put this to 1 because it's very long and it's not telling so many new things, and it's not the best written book. But I think the thing this is written about and why so important, this is why I will put this to 5. And then the Holy Bible. Yeah, this is very difficult to rate for me because, yeah, in my personal story, I believe that there's God and I like the Christian values, but maybe the learnings of the Bible are very, very old, much older than the Christian religion. And this is maybe copyright theft, the Bible. It includes very valuable stuff, definitely. I don't like the bloody part, the Old Testament, but there are very interesting stories. I still didn't cover all, and I will make a long-form video shortly. So yes, it of course a very important book, and you can learn a lot of it. Thank you for watching. This is all books I want to cover in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to know about your opinion, which of the books you like more than I, and which of the books you think are important, as I told you. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel.